Wasting my time. Oh, somebody get the dustpan ready. Stop ignoring the red flags, Becca. You can't make this shit up. Shit. What up, y'all? It's Becca. Now, we gonna be talking about me being, I can't say subconsciously, because I was conscious. I just did not know how to remove myself from these toxic situations, from these useless people. I knew that I was wasting my time. I knew that I was being disrespected and degraded by these bumps. However, I still revolved myself around them. And I knew that I deserved better, right? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about an individual named Toxic. Now, I'm thinking about doing like a separate series on this peasant, which I'm sure I will. But first, let me tell you about why I put up with, as I said, this is just a little bit. I have to continue. Oh my God. I don't know how many videos I'm going to have to make on this individual, but a lot of disgusting and crazy shit occurred while this peasant was in my life. Now, I say 2019, right, when I first met this individual. I'm going to talk about how we even started talking. I would say that this is the majority, if not basically everyone who I've come across up until this point in time, because I'm not dealing with anybody at this point in time. So it was on Facebook. Now, when I was younger, like a few years back in my teens, I don't know why, to me, the guys who, I guess, portrayed themselves literally as bums, as hood boogers, as ghetto, I don't know why that is something that was attractive to me. You know, that ignorant mentality, you know, someone who was rough, someone who was rugged, someone who was just warped, demented, and disgusting. I'm glad I no longer am attracted to these type of peasants, as I stated before. Now, when I first messaged this individual, now this is at a point in time when I was very insecure. I thought that this person, based on his looks, was God's greatest gift on earth. Like, you ever used to talk to somebody and you thought that they was the shit, but now you look back and you're like, what was I thinking? Just like, ew. You know what I mean? Based off of your experiences, you look back and you're like, I let this person, like, in my, I let this motherfucker, like, take advantage of me. What? It's crazy. It's not only the looks, but it's the actions is what I'm talking about. Now, because I thought he looked good, I allowed him to call me a bitch, disrespect me. He didn't even like me. I knew that he didn't even, and that's the thing, like, I knew that he genuinely did not like me. But because of my desperation, I kept on seeing him. I kept on going to his house. I kept on letting him inside of me because of my insecurity, because I thought, oh, well, he's attractive, so you know, I ought to be lucky. And that's a disgusting way of thinking. Don't ever put a male on this pedestal to the point where you degrade yourself because you think that you think that they're the shit. You know what I mean? Based on looks, money, whatever it is, you put up with whatever because you're insecure, because you lack self-love. So yes, because I thought he looked good, which, man, he looks like a swollen fish. Okay, one eye going to the left, next one going to the right. Like, I don't know what's going on here, you know? And I would remember the times when I would basically beg, literally desperately beg to see this piece of shit. I would beg to see him. And I knew that he only wanted sex. That was the only thing we did. God, certainly nothing more and certainly nothing less. And I felt like I have to see this person. It's like I wanted to give them my time and energy. And I knew that he did not like me. And it was some sort of approval, some sort of just, I knew he didn't like me. He was so disgusting. He was rude. He was insulting. He would talk about the way, how I walked. He would talk about my clothes. He would talk about, now, acne is something that I have, right? So he would talk about my acne. I remember one time I got my nails done and I was like, oh, you like it? He was like, it's just one color. Like, what's so special? He's just so nasty. Let's say if we were going to the store, he would purposely walk up so, people would know that he wasn't with me. I don't know if it was an embarrassment thing, but yet I still kept myself around this individual. I still went to see him. Now, mind you, couldn't even afford to get you a 4 for $4. My desperate ass. Am I not only letting you hit, but I'm buying you food? Listen, the amount of disrespect and the amount of degrading and the amount of just embarrassment. I remember with this individual, he would talk about other females. And, I would get upset, but it would be internally. I never showed it. Not only that, listen, anybody do that stupid shit around you? What the hell? You're just a replacement. Get your shit. Get the dustpan. Get the broom. Sweep up the trash. Throw it away and leave. Meaning, get your shit and go. Leave. Oh my God. I'm about to tell everything. I'm about to say all that happened in this clip. But, these are just a few things that occurred with this individual. Okay, another thing that happened. I remember, oh my God, so clearly too, so vividly. I remember I desperately wanted to take this person out on a date with my own money. I remember just overtly asking if we can go wow, da-da-da. And I remember him responding, you paying? And I was like, yeah, or of course, something, along those lines. Becky, are you, what? Wait, hold on. Are you paying? Are you paying? Listen, such a piece of shit. A piece of shit. And I allowed, as I said, I continued allowing myself around this person. I wanted, I was just so desperate. And I felt so insecure. And because I thought he looked good. As I said, he looks like okay, I don't know if anybody knows Ice JJ Fish. Okay, he looks like him, just a very much so dark-skinned version. If I wasn't a Pickmeisha, I do not know what I was. So yes, let me get back to what I was saying. Yes, I remember overtly asking, right, if we could go out and how I'd pay and all of that. And I remember getting ready. Now, here's the thing. Whenever I would get ready to see him, I would always be conscious about my acne because I knew that he would talk about it. You know what I mean? He would just make me feel just embarrassed. Simple. That was really the word, embarrassed. And yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm texting him, letting him know. One thing about me, when I have plans with somebody, I'm always letting them know, getting off the bus, getting off the train, right? So where I am, so that you can then get yourself ready and you know what time to be there. However, I knew this person didn't like me from the jump. He just wants sex. Okay, he's a whore. Now, I get to the Applebee's. Now, this is in Atlantic Barclays Center. If you're from Brooklyn, you know exactly what I'm talking about and where it is. Now, I get there. He's not there. I'm calling, I'm texting. And, you know, I message him. I'm like, I'm here. Like, where are you? Da da da. And I'm calling. And then I see he texts me. He was like, bitch, I was asleep. I da 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 da. Just recently, I was looking at the old messages because I screen recorded it because I was going to upload it for this channel. And, you know, just looking, just calling you. Imagine you wanted to take this motherfucker out, this dirty piece of shit. Who's going to pay for his meal? Maybe even transportation for his dusty ass to get back home too, as if you were pimping he the hoe, right? And to have the audacity, the nerve, actually, to call me a bitch. You low class, you low dirty piece of shit. And this is what they do. They take advantage, they use, abuse, mistreat, degrade, all of that. And I remember sitting there and I'm eating the food. I ordered the food, sitting there alone by myself. And I'm just feeling so dumb. Dumb that I even wanted to take this person out. Dumb that I even wasted my time coming here. Dumb that I'm eating alone. Shit, at least I didn't have to pay for two people. It's dirty ass. And I remember feeling so insulted by the fact that he called me a bitch, as if when I shouldn't. I should have never been surprised. I should have never been surprised. From the jump, he has showed me that he didn't even like me, as I stated before. I was insecure. And because of his looks, I thought, oh, well, I should just put up with it. Are you dumb? Now, at the time, I was living in Staten Island. So I had to take, oh my God, let me tell you something. To travel to this motherfucker, he lived in Brownsville. To travel to him, bus, ferry, 2 trains. Like, you was going all over the United States, Jack, to see this Dusty. If I wasn't a Pickmeisha, I do not know what I was. I was paying for hotels for him to F me in. And mind you, none of this was gentle. None of this was soft. None of this was nice. It was rough. It was aggressive. It was disgusting. It was degrading. Because that's all they want. That's all these BLACK disgusting males want. They don't respect you. They never have, and they never will truly love you. It's impossible. It's not in them. It's not within them. Okay? I know this from experience. And ladies, especially like the younger ones, but any age, any woman, do not let a disgusting piece of shit, okay, a lowlife, a bum, wait, hold on. I'm your pimp. I'm spending money on hotels, food, buying you clothes for your birthday, gifts. I remember one time I gave another motherfucker money, and this was on more than one occasion. Are you dumb? I'm your pimp. That's literally what it was. Spoiling you. Piece of shit. I cannot believe this shit when I look back on it. I'm disgusted with my behavior, and I will never, ever, ever do that stupid shit again for a disgusting piece of shit. What? You gave me nothing. You gave me nothing but heartache, pain, embarrassment. Just, oh my God. Like, every single time I let this person enter me, every single time, like, I always went back home and cried. Because it just, like, I knew that I was being used. I knew he didn't like me. And he only wanted me for one thing. I even asked if we could be, like, something serious, not just have sex, because I didn't want that. And he would always be like, no, I already told you that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, I already told you that's not, you know, that's not something that's on my mind right now. That's not. Yet still, I was having relations with this piece of shit. So much shit. I can't even get all into it in this one video. But best believe I have plenty more coming, and I'm going to be showing my face on these videos, right? I want you guys to see me, see how I'm talking and actually get my reaction. Just really embarrassing. Tell me about the other relations he was having with girls. Tell me about, how much he liked other girls. And it was just disgusting. And he knew what he was doing. He knew he was disrespecting me. I tell you, typical Brooklyn nigga, not even typical Brooklyn nigga, typical black male, okay? And until I experienced otherwise, as I said, this is based off of what I have experienced. Until I experience otherwise, then we can talk. But as I said, this isn't 1, 2, 3 people. It's quite a few people who I've associated myself with, who I've encountered. And you mean to tell me every single last one of you are the same? Every single last one of you. Now, here's another thing I want to talk about, right? Last thing I want to talk about. Mothers. You're not even teaching black mothers. Are you even teaching your sons to wash their ass? One. Are you teaching them? Well, no, you're not teaching them shit. You're not teaching them respect. You're not teaching them what you should and shouldn't do in relationships. You're not teaching them about valuing a woman. You're not teaching them about how you shouldn't degrade females. You're not teaching them how to be a man. You're not teaching them how to be just a decent human being. You know why? Because you want them to fit the stereotype. You want them to be just like the person who impregnated you and left you. That's exactly what it is. You don't teach your kids shit. You don't teach them shit. Shit, I'm speaking from experience. And that's the thing, no one had a conversation with me, about the shit that you should avoid, shit that you should accept and not accept. But I would say this, the reason why I kept up with toxic shit is because subconsciously, now this was subconscious up until I became aware and conscious. He's just like my father. Well, my father's worse. But the traits that they have are so similar. He's a narcissist. He degrades me. Just very nasty. Talks to you like you're a piece of shit. Treats you as if you don't matter. Treats you as if he does not love you. And because that was what I was used to, toxic behavior and his actions I put up with. And it was sort of a breeze, right? It was behavior and traits, right? Certain behaviors and traits that I was used to. And this is why you don't treat your kids like shit. This is why you don't fucking treat them like shit. When they get older, they get out into the world, they become, they're so immune to it. Shit, somebody could throw a fucking brick at their head. They go run into the person, asking them to throw another brick at their head. Come on. As parents, you set the standard, right? Your child, they grow up with you. You're grooming them. You're raising them. How you raise them, right? You treat your child like shit. Fucking just whatever. Whether you're beating them every day, whether you're calling them ugly, calling them stupid, shit, no wonder they have kids. And then they treat their kids the same way, Or, let's say you have a daughter. You call her ugly every day. You say she's fat, or you say she's underweight, or you say, her face is ugly. She should get, you can't wait till she gets older so she can just get plastic surgery already. When she gets with a male who's calling her ugly, saying she's stupid, saying she's brainless, saying that she might as well put her face in a bucket of acid because, she's going to look the same anyway, whatever it is. And she stays and, she goes in the corner, she goes in the bathroom, she cries, but she just can't leave him. She's too weak. She has no self-love or self-respect. She's so used to her father doing this shit for so many years. You done said this shit to me my whole life. Am I supposed to not be immune to this? Am I supposed to walk away? Is this supposed to be a surprise to me? Parents, you have to do better. You really have to set the example, and also not saying anything to your children, not telling them the shit to avoid, right? It's not only about how you treat them, but coach them. Let them know what you should and should not accept. Let them know what's right and what's wrong. Let them know what they ought to and what they ought not to tolerate. Let them know what's not acceptable. Okay? Make sure that your children can actually go to you, talk to you, confide in you, vent to you. That's essential. Because while I was going through all of this shit with the Dusties, I couldn't confide in anybody. I have a friend who I talk to. I didn't tell her shit. It's like, it's not being able to confide in anyone, not even your own parents, not your friends, nothing. You're keeping all of this emotion in, and it's not healthy. It's not good for your mental health. Emotionally, it's not healthy for you. And as I said, I'd be damned if I ever do that stupid shit for another Dusty. Here's the thing. You come across okay, let me backtrack. There were so many red flags, even from the beginning, how we first started talking, right? And I would say, during the conversation, right? Like our first conversation, it was just based on sex. It was just like, when am I coming to see you? Him asking, oh, when you coming? I can't wait to do this. You know how you text someone and you tell them the things that you want to do, and this was obviously from both sides, and just where my mind was at the time. When I look back, the whole conversation from the jump, everything was based on sex, and that's all he wanted. And I wasted money, I wasted time, I wasted energy, I wasted tears, literally energy, on this piece of shit who I knew. He didn't like me in the slightest bit. He just wanted PUSSY. Okay? Now I would say one, if the conversation is just based on sex from the beginning, no. That's all they want. If that's all if that's all you want, literally, if all you as a female want is sex, then okay, because that's something that, that's all he wants, that's all you want. If that's not what you're looking for, do not waste your time, right? When they start degrading you, when they start telling you how ugly you are, how your clothes is ugly, your nails are ugly, you yourself are ugly. Oh, why do you walk like that? Why do you talk like that? Just disgusting. Start the little shits, right? Look out for these red flags. They're sick, they're narcissists. They like to pick on people, right? They like to degrade you. They like to embarrass you. They like to, whether it's sadness, whether it's they upset you and you get angry, whatever it is, they get a rise out of your pain, out of your sorrow, out of your frustration, out of your sadness. They're sick. And you ought to not ignore these red flags. Do not ignore them. Pick up the dustpan, pick up the broom, sweep the shit up, sweep the trash up, meaning the peasant, throw his ass in the trash and walk away, meaning get your shit and leave. Get the dustpan. Listen, you need more than just the broom and the dustpan. You need a mop, right? You got to make sure that all the dust is gone, right? You have to do a thorough cleaning, meaning you have to get the peasant completely out of your life. All right, on that note, I'm going to end it here. If you want to hit me up, which of course I want you guys to do so, right? I want you guys to follow my Insta, right? I want you to stay updated and for you to stay in the loop. So it's Becca.baby, and that's with 2 Y's, okay? Becca.baby, just like how my name is here. Now, love y'all. Stay safe. Have a good morning, night, evening, wherever you are. Peace. Bye.